Hey everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli, and today is Thanksgiving Day, so happy Thanksgiving. I charged the car for like 95%, see, 297 miles, and today we're gonna do the ultimate test. We're gonna go to New York City for Thanksgiving dinner, and the temperature in New York City is going to be 22, wind chill of 5 degrees. So we're going to check the range on this car. It shows 46 degrees, but that's in the garage. Once you go out, it's brutally cold. So we're going to check this car, the range of this car, um, eh, uh, through this unbelievably cold day. So what I want to show you, it says here we go. It's 298 to 97. Let's go to the energy, and if you see the projected miles is 125 for the last 5 miles. So obviously that doesn't show anything. 177 for the 15 miles and 200 for the 30 miles. So we are gonna follow these numbers, and but at the end of the day, the number that counts the most is this. This is how much we have projected range, and we will see how much we come back. We will set up our, no, actually I don't want that. We'll set up our range test right here. We will do that. That's good. This odometer, we will reset it so it's 0 right now. So we will test exactly how many miles we drove and how many miles it showed. Okay. All right, so the test range is on, the odometer, the trip B, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, I'll see you on the road. Okay, we are now in New York City. We are on our way out. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner with great family members. The temperature went down to about 17 degrees or so. So it is very cold. I have to tell you that few things I have observed. This is not a typical day. The temperature and the windshield are brutal. So when you say about winter driving and range driving, you cannot take today as a typical day to where I live. In some areas, this may be a typical day. But I have to say that investing in the largest battery was a wise decision. We are just entering now Central Park, crossing Central Park. Investing in the largest battery was the best idea that we have because you will need that range, that buffer on those days. I predict that we're going to lose, quote unquote, more than 40% of the range. In other words, for every 100 miles of projected range, we're only going to get 60. That's my projection, the way I look at the battery. So we're going to wait until I get home. And then when I get home, we are going to look at the final numbers and see what happens when to the Tesla Model 3 when you drive in such a cold, brutal weather. There's a big difference between this weather and a typical winter, which is, let's say, 32 to 40, 42 degrees. This is not typical. So the lesson is the biggest battery, the better. All right, so I'm going to show you the numbers when we get home. Hey guys, as you see, we just arrived home and we hit 17 degrees. So according to my calculation, the Tesla Model 3 lost 42% per range from what was projected to how much we used to in this ride, in this very, very cold weather. So we started on 297 and now we're down to 126. That's 170 miles. We used 170 miles of the battery, and we drove only this whole trip only was 107.7 miles, so 42% difference. We used 37 kilowatt hour of the battery, and 346 watt hour per mile. That's a lot. And we were not quote unquote we did not save on range. In other words, we had the heat on. It was four of us, and you know, we did what we need to do for this drive. We did not try to save any or to consume or to hypermile or anything like that. We drove as we normally would. So the conclusion is, guys, like I said before, is to have the biggest battery is always the best idea if possible. That's really it. Okay, guys, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now you have a lesson how you can plan if you take long drives on your Tesla Model 3 in a very cold weather. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with another episode.